right. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Gold Diggers podcast, and Happy New Year!
Woo!
Yes, we are in 2025 and we are promising that this will be a special year for you and us.
And Chelsea Football Club.
Do you know what,
Oh, look, silence.
No, yay! Chelsea Football Club as well, yay!
Sure.
For Tottenham too?
Hey. 90 minutes for Wembley, baby.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Ain't happening.
No, I think it might happen. But anyway, we'll get into it. You guys, how do we start this again?
You need to introduce us.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a start. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. All right, you are joined by myself at Anita Obami on all social media platforms, and we are here with
Moya at Moya's Laboratory.
Team at teams_GH.
Lauren at Lauren Coys.
Right, we've missed a lot of weeks, we know, but we are back officially for the year, and a lot has gone down in those weeks, and we don't know where to start from, but it seems only fitting because Arsenal played Manchester United a few hours ago, and surprisingly, even though Arsenal were at home, Man United seemed to have clinched the win some way, somehow. Moya?
Don't forget the 10 men.
Oh, with 10 men, by the way. With 10 men.
Boy.
And the dog called win on the other side.
Okay, leave the dog out of it. What did the dog do?
The dog alone.
Is that me starting on United, yeah? Yeah, I watched the first half and then I went to the cinema. And then I said, Timo was at me in the chat saying, like, are you on the pod today? And I said, don't worry, I'm going to watch the necessary rest of the match once I get home. And I did. First half, there was like a 20-minute spell that I was just like, I don't really know what we're doing. But I think overall, okay, let me go first half. First half, obviously, that was happening. I was thinking, we're not really putting pressure on Arsenal. Like, I never really felt in the first half that Arsenal were putting crazy... It felt balanced of nothing, basically. A balanced match of nothing, the first half. And then we ended up getting the first goal, which was a fantastic finish from Bruno. I'll give him that. The ref showed his ass in the first half, and like we knew he was going to be on nonsense. Like, what the ref showed us in the first half is what makes Dalot even more silly, by the way, for getting that second. Because you can always tell when a ref is he's trying to bring out cards. Do you know what I mean? You can't give that sort of ref an excuse to bring out even more cards. Ref was awful today. We got the first goal. Bruno, fantastic finish. Really good decision making from Garnacho. And then Dalot just does stupidness, and we get them. We allow them back into the game immediately. And I think that's been my issue with United, is that when we do score first, we concede so soon. Like within the first 10 minutes. I mean, 10 minutes after we've scored, we almost always concede. And it's a concentration thing for sure. But overall, I think the performance embodied what United have looked like in the past 2 weeks. Yeah.
Which is what?
Which is that it ain't going to be pretty. Yeah. But you see when these lock in defensively, like obviously we are conceding goals. I'm not saying we're not conceding any goals, but we very much look like a unit, at least for the most part, when we're defending, which is promising. And we didn't concede directly from a set piece, but even though we basically did. Small wins.
I'm sure it came
small wins, man. Yeah, but it was a couple. It took a
couple of phases.
Yeah, it's a couple of phases, man.
All right, so you're happy with the win. Obviously, you're happy with
the
win.
Yeah, I'm happy to beat Arsenal. I'm always happy
Technically,
to beat.
you didn't beat them. You beat them on penalties.
So we beat Arsenal.
So you win.
Who's in the next round?
You went through to the next round.
What it says is 1-1. United win on penalties.
So you won on penalties.
And so what is that?
Who's in the next round?
What is
Arsenal?
So what is that?
We don't see them.
It's not a win. You won on penalties.
Oh, so it's a loss or what?
Technically, you drew.
And then what?
Why is she coming in like a librarian?
And then we.
You went to penalties.
And then
you managed to score more penalties than the opposition.
So then we won.
Then you went through to the next round.
There were 5 perfect pens, weren't there?
Yeah,
it was 5.
Raya, David Raya.
Why was he diving like that?
I'm not
Did you know it was those penalties where you can see how short his arms are?
No,
Like-
he was diving like someone. Like, do you know when you play FIFA?
Yeah.
Like he was diving
On
like
delay.
Yeah.
On delay.
You know what it was, yeah? I can't remember which penalty it was. I think it was Euros one, yeah. He did something that's like the exercises a PT makes you do in the gym. You know this crawling action? Yeah. He did it just before he actually dived. He put his hands out like this. He took 2 steps like this. So by the time that Euro's already seen him take a step like this,
He already knows where
he's
going,
already said, all right, cool, I'm
Yeah.
going to left.
Why is he diving?
And then he
like, I
did.
don't get that.
Like this, yeah. But he's actually jumping in the air. He's trying to save the pens how you would imagine you save pens. The jump. It's not necessary.
But the thing, he was jumping after the ball was in the back of the net.
yeah, he was on a lag.
He
I
was on
think.
delay. Like
Yeah,
it was like, you
on
know, on
delay.
FIFA when you're like, oh damn, like I forgot to move,
Yeah.
and the person shot past me.
And trust me, this is coming from a United fan that has seen keepers struggle with penalties, bro. But those were actually shambolic. That was actually shambolic from
I
him.
was actually in shock to what I was watching.
Do you know the Arsenal fans in the chat usually are like, "Oh, Raya's not good at penalties," but I was thinking,
You never believe it until we
Yeah.
actually see it with your own 2 eyes.
When they were knee sliding at this Emirates when they beat Porto, didn't he save a couple?
Yeah, he did.
yeah, but then they said that the Arsenal fans in the chat were saying that was a one-off.
Yeah, that was an
But
out
I
of body
thought they were
experience.
capping.
Yeah,
but they were
but
clearly
they were
blood
right.
serious, bro.
Yeah.
But penalties are a one-off thing. Like,
No, I think it was a one-off that he had a good day.
Yeah, because his actual saving technique is not good.
It's not good.
if he saves like that, I'm not like, come on. I'm not surprised
Yeah.
that save penalties.
Yeah, I am shocked that we're through. Obviously, you guys saw I was saying in the chat beforehand that I don't see a way where. Listen, when Amorim in midweek said Bayinda will be starting, I tweeted. I said, "Cut the cameras. I'm not messing about right now." Like,
But he was actually
He was really good.
today.
I think the first 50 minutes he wasn't good. Scary,
Yeah, but
scary,
it's all,
scary,
I think
scary,
as a
scary.
goalkeeper, it's all about how you grow into the game.
Someone
Yeah.
did say,
Yeah.
I've never seen someone have a redemption arc mid-game. It was like, once we conceded the penalty, he became a different person. He started making, before when he
Confidence
was
is a
getting
hell of
the
a
ball,
drug, man.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
Can
When
he give Sanchez some notes about how to redeem himself mid-game?
But Sanchez does the same sometimes.
No, do you know what? Sometimes
He does.
Sometimes,
Like there's
you're
sometimes
right.
he
does.
looks
Sometimes he
scary
does.
as hell
Yeah,
first
sometimes
half,
he
then
improves,
he'll
he
pull
grows
off a
into
good
it.
save, and then after that moment, he looks like confident.
I've never seen it with my own 2 eyes.
You're a capper, man.
Nah, I've seen. Sometimes he'll pull up some magnificent saves, just like how'd you say Bayinda.
Bayinda, yeah.
Bayinda. That's just like how Bayinda.
Why are you
did.
saying his
Why
name
you
like
saying
that?
I don't.
fam?
It just sounds
You're
very
saying
like.
Oyinda.
Yeah, it sounds very Nigerian. It sounds Nigerian.
Sorry, you sound like you're saying
Bayin,
Baleg. Yeah, Baleg. That's what she's saying.
Bayinda.
Okay, him. He had a really good game, second half, in my opinion.
Yeah.
When you went down to 10 men, obviously, aside from the goals that you conceded,
Yeah.
straight after you went down from 10 men, I think he had a very good game. I think Bruno had a very good game, apart from the fact that he turned into a big baby.
He does that. You
To
can't.
get
I
a
don't
yellow
think.
He's so
card.
petulant though.
Yeah, I
He
don't.
does that all
I
the
don't know if
time.
we can iron that completely out of his
No.
game. I used to think, the right manager can iron, bro. He's not.
I don't
No
think
one's
he's
ironing.
No,
It's
he
too
acts
late.
like one small pig.
He's too old to be acting like that.
That's
now.
my.
Yeah.
That's my
And also,
issue
as
with
the
him.
captain of the team, that's what annoys me about like
Yeah.
because like every team can have a petulant player. Yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot. Your captain cannot be the petulant one.
Yeah, I agree. And do you know what it is as well? Because refs know he's that character, you can't be the one trying to. Like obviously the captain's the only one that's allowed to speak to the ref, innit? That can't be our representative. Do you know what I mean? Because as soon as he's coming over to them, they're like, nah.
Yeah, here he goes again.
Nah.
Yeah.
Why's he taking off his shoe?
Yeah.
Fam,
And
and
why are
then-
you dashing it twice?
It looked like the ref was gonna let him go. By the way, like the
Yeah.
ref looked like, all right,
Yeah, it was the
cool.
second time.
I see
Yeah.
you're angry. All right, cool. And then he dashes it on the floor again. Like, hun, the ref saw you the first time. Why did you do it again?
Yeah, but isn't it? What is he on? Is it 3 red cards this season?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Something about discipline at Manchester United just clearly doesn't sit well. But Amorim has been here for a
Wow.
long
Okay.
time.
Segue.
sorry, but it's true.
Like what?
Look at Dallo today as well. Come on, man. What Dallo did
He's
today
actually
was
a
a perfect
dummy,
sign of
man.
ADHD.
He does.
Yeah, but if there's
Let me not
if
be
there's
diagnosing
if there's
people,
one
but-
arse crack that you'll
I've
find
got
Dallo,
ADHD, I
it
can
will be Bruno Fernandes. See,
Yeah.
that Dallo is a mini Bruno Fernandes.
No, but
And it's not good.
That's his
not
country
good.
man. Man. He
Cristiano
loves
Ronaldo.
him.
It's not
Yeah.
good.
Cristiano Ronaldo said that he's the only. Why are you doing that?
Because I just don't know. You see, when you start, there's always an agenda, bro.
No. Because I remember when Cristiano Ronaldo was at the club and he said that, like, none of the youngsters taught him or follow his regime, but he said that Dallo was one of them.
He does. No, but
Yeah,
thing
because that's his. CR7's
the
his
one
idol,
thing
man.
I'll say with Dallo, is professionalism wise, he is one of the better ones in the team in terms of like he takes everything seriously, recovery, nutrition, and I think that also plays a part as to why he's almost always fit. Like I'm not joking. I think he's been fit for like 2 years straight.
So what are you saying about Luke Shaw and Mason Mount?
But we've been knowing that. Do you know what I mean? There's certain video. Are you forgetting? This is stemming back from Lukaku days when he was eating that pasta. We've been nabbing these lot for their eating habits, bro.
Even Mourinho cussed out Luke Shaw when he was there.
Did you not see that video? And listen, I'm saying this as I love Kobe Manu, yeah. I love Kobe Manu, yeah. But they've been getting onto him ever since there was that video that he was talking about. He loves digestive. He loves chocolate digestive. No. But it's more than he loves.
Poor kid, man.
He said something like in the video, he says something like he can
box off the packet.
He boxes off the whole packet, and he said it like he often does. It sounded like
not as a professional footballer.
Can I just say something? Come on, man.
No, I don't know.
I can box off a back of
Boy,
digest.
But you're not a professional footballer.
Every single time
Maryland
that Kobe
cookies,
Manu
though.
has a good
Absolutely.
performance, some United fans keep saying, you know what, Kobe, you enjoy those digestives. Like after he has a good performance, they're like, you know what, you deserve it. You have those digestives.
You guys need to leave him and his digesters.
No, you know what, he should go off. I love. There's certain players I just love. Like they can do no wrong. There's wrong they can do, but they're consistent enough for me to just let certain stuff slide.
So you can have a couple of biscuits tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have 3, 4?
Celebratory biscuits.
The whole packet.
He's definitely going to the clubs in Manchester, man. Let's be honest.
Who, Kobe?
Yeah.
He doesn't seem like that type.
Yeah, he seems like such a
he's very
church boy.
And those are the ones.
You're familiar with them, yeah?
I used to think that
Oh,
Saka was such a little church boy. You know?
Saka?
Saka. I used to think he was
Do you
like
not think he is?
innocent. I don't know if he
I've
is.
heard a few.
What have you heard? Oh,
Anyway,
You're mixing
we'll
with some
just
different
have
crowds,
that.
boy.
Next segment.
Oh.
We'll just have that. I want to know where Saka is. I want to be there. All right. I'm joking. He's too young for me. I'm joking.
Please, let's put some
I was
respect
about
on
to say
Salami's
something,
name.
but they can't be said on
Even
camera.
that.
Yeah, that's
Not on my part, on Anita's.
let's leave Salami alone.
Facts.
That girl can dress
Would you
for
come
me.
for the pod?
She look good all the time.
All right. So, Ruben Amorim has been here long enough for you to make an assessment on how he's come in, how he's transitioned the team, his style of play, and just in general what you think about him. So, let us know. I feel like when we started, when he first came, you were pretty much I don't know this Don.
Yeah, I don't.
You know him now.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't. You know, some United fans that when he first came in, I'll back you till the end. Where do you know him from? Do you know what I mean? You can't be talking about someone to the end, bro. I literally don't know you. I will say, there's a lot that I like about him as a person, as like a character. In terms of what he's brought, he's definitely brought, like, when I watch United games, I often think I know exactly what he's trying to do, and I would feel like it would be disingenuous of me to be like, well, XYZ, because I did say when he first came in, I just want to see exactly what it is you're trying to do.
Oh, you can see it clear as day.
Like, I can see what he's trying to do.
Yeah, the team has structure.
But and especially in the early couple games, like before the losses started, because the thing is this, naturally, when the losses start happening, boy,
They started calling him Ruben Interim.
yeah, and you know what it is, like, you're now giving me instructions, but the players are probably looking at you subconsciously like, you don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to tell me something, but what you've told me in the past has resulted in 4 losses in 5 games. So respectfully, ... But in those early games, every time I was watching us, I was thinking, I actually know what he's trying to do, but these players are bad. Like, they're bad. They're really bad. And I still think the players are bad.
That hasn't changed.
Like, that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
It's exposed even more players. So some of the players that I didn't think were bad, I just thought they were mid. No, it's exposed
Like
more.
Højlund. Would you put Højlund in that?
Højlund is scaring the hose right now. Genuinely, like, no
I was
joke.
watching it to that one point.
Højlund is.
I used to say Højlund is a bags man. I used to think you put him in front
You
of
were making
goal.
crazy statements.
I know.
Yeah.
You were making crazy.
But he
I
looks.
know.
The thing
bad.
is, I actually think the one thing I used to say about Højlund before was that I actually do think he's a good finisher. That was the one thing I would say. I used to say his movement was bad. His hold up was bad, but his finishing was good.
But I don't
Yeah.
understand how you can have that athletic stature and not understand how to use your body to hold up the ball.
He doesn't know how to play to his actual strengths in terms of like. The one thing I actually think he's good at is running the channels. He's hell-bent on not running the channels. Instead, he wants to tussle. You're not that big, respectfully. You're not that strong. You don't have a great first touch.
He could be, because he's got like the actual stature of him.
Yeah, but you don't have, not to the point that you're trying to tussle with Saliba and Gabriel.
Why not?
Why not?
Nah, and Van Dijk. There was a point,
Van
yeah,
Dijk,
Van
fair.
Dijk
Van
and
Dijk.
Konate
Yeah.
in that Liverpool game were actually treating him like he was
Like a
Ethan
little
Wheatley.
boy.
Bro,
Like a little boy.
There's certain people I'd expect you to do that, backing up on them,
To,
like
who's he going to back up on to?
Colwell,
Pause, man.
respectfully.
He didn't do it though,
He
did
won't
he?
be the only one, but but like,
Welcome
no, but
back, guys.
genuinely, like,
Anyway, man,
yeah,
calm down.
down, dog. But like, I was about to say something else. I had to literally.
Don't get me
I had
fired.
to self-censor. But like, there's certain defenders that I'd expect you to try that with that you're more aligned with in size. Yeah, there's certain ones I would not. Don't try and get in that sort of tussle with them. When I see you with a Saliba, Gabriel, Van Dijk, Konate, just go and run the channels. Stop being silly. Like, you're not causing them any problems with strength. They're definitely stronger than you. I can assure you of that. No, because, and you know what it is? It's not a stature thing, by the way, because Nicholas Jackson causes those defenders problems. Like, no, but I'm being deadly serious. He
never seen it with
causes
my eyes.
he causes those sorts of
goodness.
defenders
When?
She doesn't see
problems
nothing with her eyes.
When?
because of his movement.
Yeah, because he's unpredictable. You
So
don't know if
he's
he's going to
not
run in
tussling
behind
with
him.
or if he's
He's
going to
not-
try.
okay,
But
fair.
that's what I'm asking him to do
Yeah.
to move.
To
Fam,
move, yeah.
You see, Nicholas Jackson makes Van Dijk. Now I'm appearing in the left channel. Now I'm appearing in the right channel. I'm coming in. I'm like,
When has he done that?
oh.
No, but the thing is, even Solanke, like the goal on Wednesday, when
Thank
he ran
you.
the channel, Konate
Thank
got
you.
drawn out of position.
They don't.
Yeah.
That's where they don't want to
Yeah.
be. You're backing on them, and they know they're bigger than you. They're laughing. They're genuinely laughing at you. And you know, normally, yeah, when something hasn't worked 4 or 5 times, something will go off in your head. Be like, let me try something else. He's forgetting now. I'll just keep
He's
doing
like,
what I'm
let me just
doing.
try again.
It will work one day.
But I don't get it, because I look at somebody like,
They need to bring
physically,
Shaun
these
Mills
people
out.
have to bulk up. Like, come on now, you've been.
No, United has a bulking problem because if you bulk up at United, boy, the end is near.
Yeah, but Kobe's bulked up.
And people are saying he.
Oh, sorry, with the digestive. Oh, yeah, it's true.
Trust me, they said about Martinez as well. Like everyone that bulks up at United is never for the better.
Lukaku.
That wasn't our fault though.
What do you mean?
It wasn't.
That
though.
man just
He
ate.
said he did that for the World Cup. That's not a problem. He said he bulked up for the World Cup. So are we supposed to stop him?
That nigga lying,
To eat
man.
it. Stop
He
him
lying.
eating.
Now he always wanted to eat.
He's lying. He's
He's
a
always been a
liar.
little
He
greedy.
bulked
at
up for
football.
himself. He
Yeah, but the thing
bulked
is,
for
if you're
himself.
gonna cut it in the Premier League, at some point you have to physically adapt,
So
and you have to get stronger.
The first couple games when Amorim was doing one game for Højlund, one game for Xerxes, one game for Højlund, one game
Xerxes
for
another one
Xerxes.
that needs to bulk up.
No, he needs
He needs a lot.
respectfully. He needs the opposite. But
No, he
No, as in like
needs
bulk
to-
up like
he
in the
needs to-
gym.
He needs to bulk up, then he needs to cut.
no, he just needs to cut. And I'm saying this because this is not no.
that's rude,
I'm
man.
saying this
He needs
because
to bu-
this is we bought him not at the size. The size he was at Bologna was not the size that he is here.
The salary's different now.
No, I think after what's it called?
Yeah, but they probably
The Euros, he started baking off as you
Yeah,
do.
because he went from a nice, fresh, healthy Mediterranean diet, and now he lives in Manchester.
Well,
Fish
fuck
and
up your
chips in
ideas,
them
my
then.
guy. But as I was
Shepherd's
saying,
pie.
yeah, with those two, it always seemed to be that whoever started, the person coming off the bench would do better. Then they'll gas us into a full sense of security, and then they'll be like, nah, next game you have to start him. Xerxes would then get the start. He'd be asked, Højlund will come on, score, and then it's like, you know what? Next game, Højlund. And it will be an endless cycle of that. But right now, Højlund's just looking bad. Sub, start, whatever. He just looks bad.
Can I ask you a question about someone else that you...
Gone.
Why are you taking a breath? Like, you
Go
don't
on,
even know
go
who
on.
I'm going to ask.
Alright, go.
Rashford.
Yeah.
He's going.
Yeah, but what is your thoughts? I haven't spoken to you about it.
I think it's a tricky situation, yeah. This is not like, you know, obviously before last season when we were talking about like the Sancho stuff, and it very much felt like Ten Hag versus Sancho. This one doesn't actually feel like Rashford versus Amorim, yeah.
It feels like the club.
Because the time he got dropped, the actual time he got dropped, so did Garnacho. They both got dropped and were both supposed to come back the next game. Both of them, yeah. And then in the time between that game happening and him coming back, he did the interview. So it's like, it's kind of like, and Amorim's first comment after that interview was that he just wishes he told him instead of telling Henry Winter. Do you get what I mean? Like, he was just thinking, like, because, and in that, I know people are saying he's getting like pushed out and X, Y, Z, and I'm not even completely disputing that. But in that same interview, the day before he was supposed to come back into the squad, he literally said, I think I need a new challenge away from, I think I want to have a new challenge away from, so he already showed his hands. So all this, Rashford hasn't played since December. Yeah, because he said in the end of November
he said
that he wants a new challenge.
Yeah, he said come by me.
So are we supposed to be playing you with that? Like, I actually don't get what they want Amorim to do. You said you want to go. It's the same way that Pep said yesterday. Kyle Walker said he wants to go.
Yeah. He wants to create a third family, man, please.
Yeah, he does. But like,
did you see that Kyle Walker's wife is reconsidering the divorce?
He's about to go Saudi. Would you not?
I'll reconsider too.
Boy.
She said, I will apply it in 3 years' time after that contract.
3 years. 6 years,
Boy.
man. Like 6 years, 6 months.
You got to hold it together.
The Rashford stuff just looks worse because the next options are so bad.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I mean? This is not like before, when we had an abundance of decent attackers. This is like, we've already scraped the bottom of the barrel, and the barrel is empty, it's hollow. There's nothing left. So like, when you're not playing Rashford, the next to come on isn't like a top level player. You're gonna have to play an attack. You're gonna probably have to play a number 10 there. You're gonna have to probably play like, do you know what I mean? I think it's a tricky situation for Amorim because he clearly rates Rashford to an extent, but there's certain things that have been allowed to go on at the club that, like, it festers it's not conducive with a healthy working environment in terms of like, even the times he's been caught like clubbing the night before games, and it's just kind of like, bro, respectfully, how do you want a manager to allow this? Even those I have offended before, you have not offended as many times. But like, he is more than a repeat offender. By the way,
he's checked out. He's checked out.
But then that's the tricky part, because they're like, play like everything you're saying. He's checked out. He's done this, repeat offender. Yeah. So then, as Ruben Amorim, he's thinking, this will not be a good start if I reward him.
Yeah, you can't build your team. You can't build your team around somebody that doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And
is not acting professional.
That's the thing. That's the thing. And the thing is, I know they were like, he's getting pushed out because Garnacho came back into the side. You know, after Garnacho got dropped, he didn't start any of the next 6 or 7 games. He was coming off the bench. No, but that's what I'm saying. It wasn't they were trying to act like it was a favoritism thing. How come both of them got dropped and Garnacho got to come back? Because one of them did the interview.
And Garnacho would have apologised.
Fam, it's like the Lukaku saga all over again.
Bro.
Like once Lukaku did the whole interview, we were expecting
all the Ronaldo saga.
Even
when
the
he did with Ronaldo, yeah.
Like I don't know who's on an interview and asked to go.
Why is everyone doing interviews?
And then you just come back into the. Obviously, Rashford from his part probably felt as though they already wanted him. He probably felt from his part like he's not being treated with the
respect.
Yeah, like the respect, but also like he's thinking the other people around me are small boys compared to me. But
that's where he's mistaken, because if you actually look at his actual output over the last few years, it's not like, for example, Mo Salah can say what he wants in the press at the moment because he's got the power, because of what he's delivered for Liverpool. Like, the Liverpool fans will just start worrying. I think Rashford hasn't done enough for United over the years for United fans to turn around and be like, oh my god, we can't lose this guy. And that's where I think Rashford's played his hand and he's been really silly, because if he ends up going on loan to wherever,
he'll go somewhere good.
Like, but he won't be missed. Really?
They're saying AC Milan and they're saying Arsenal.
My thing about Rashford is, before he came,
I don't think it'll be Arsenal.
Eventually.
They might need something now because they got more injuries today, innit?
Milan,
Barca?
He's heavily linked. Fabrizio they linked him to Barca literally the past 3 days.
What are they going to be doing anyway?
Barcelona, who can't register Dani Olmo, have the money to register.
Don't mind, but Barcelona are greedy.
They find a way for him. Let's not.
How many economic levers do they have? Sorry.
How can you be greedy without any money?
Bro, that's the thing.
It's called fraud. allegedly called fraud.
Allegedly.
It's the thing called balancing the books. Do you know what I mean? You balance the books.
Okay, we're gonna spend too much time on Man United, so let's take it to Arsenal very briefly.
Where's the Arsenal fans?
Yeah,
today?
that's Stuart. Ask Shy for her opinion.
Hi, Shy.
Hello.
I was surprised there was no Arsenal fan here.
Nah, but
You haven't been here for weeks. What are you talking about?
stones in glass houses. What?
I will say,
Look, the pot calling the kettle black.
in that time, I've recorded 2 women's episodes.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah, big you up, Lauren. You're one of our MVPs. What can I say? You know what I mean? I can't be everywhere at once.
To be fair, there's fires on multiple fronts. I hear it.
I checked the rotor. There's already 4 or 5 names. I don't need to fight my way in.
the hell out.
Like,
Why
say yes. I'm not trying to knock someone else off there.
Nah, don't even smile at me.
Why are you gritting teeth like that?
Anyway, Arteta and Arsenal. Arteta's now potentially knocked out of both domestic cups because I'm not seeing a comeback against Newcastle unless anybody else is.
No.
No.
I
to
could
St. James's
see
Park.
it.
St James's Park. You think they're going to score 3 at St James's Park
I don't
with
see
no
it.
response from Newcastle?
And depending on how long, because it's going to be at the end of the month, Jesus is out, Saka's still out.
Yikes.
Odegaard looks a shadow of himself. Number 5 currently has some external issues, potentially, allegedly. That team in a few weeks could crumble to the ground.
But it's
May
what
it
I
happen.
said. I remember at the start of the season. Amen. Praise Jesus.
Thank you.
But I remember at the start of the season when I said, if Arteta does not win a trophy, should he be sacked? And I remember Arsenal fans are like, but now North London forever, whatever the weather.
He won us the FA Cup.
Yeah, like 6 years ago.
Wait, you said if
If he doesn't win a trophy this season,
this season specifically,
This season.
Yeah, because the
This
team the team is showing that
And
it
it's
peaked
any trophy,
last
yeah?
season.
Yep. Any trophy.
you think champs?
no, I'm just asking. Bro.
potentially
You
out of
think
the Carabao.
champs?
No, I don't know.
The domestic cups are basically he's out
Keep
of the
those
FA Cup.
predictions
Cup.
inwards.
He's 2-0 down in the Carabao Cup, and he's got to go to St James's Park with an injured team. What's there left?
They're
for
not
him to
winning
win?
the
The Premier
champs.
League or the
Do you
Champions
actually
League?
think they're definitely not winning the champs? We've seen madder things. We have seen madder things.
I
You know what,
haven't.
Moya?
I haven't.
Can we not talk about Moya? Can we
Please.
not ask her?
Like,
Sorry.
Because you know why?
Nah,
You're gonna
because
put,
but the last 2 seasons, Moy predicted that Arsenal will win the league.
Arsenal to win
You're
the
wrong.
champs.
I don't want you to put any of that energy anywhere. I want him to get knocked out now.
Play a game tomorrow and get knocked out.
I don't
now.
want your energy to be lingering in the air for months.
Yeah, you're too positive about them.
like,
Stop
what the
smiling
hell?
as well.
No, but do you genuinely think
That they could win
They
it?
could win the
Do you know what it
Champions
is?
League.
We have seen, literally, in the last 5 years, a team make a run to the final. We have, though. We've seen a team that, if you'd have asked me in the beginning of the season whether certain teams would have made the final, I would have said, it's impossible. And they've happened to get there.
Who?
What were Dortmund doing in last year? Are you telling me, when you were thinking of last year, you would have said Dortmund is in the top 2 best teams in the world? There's absolutely
To
no
be
way you
fair-
would have said that. Inter Milan the season before that, guys, let's actually be serious right now.
But
But
they
you
didn't
think
have
Arsenal will
injuries.
be that team to go on the run?
And
I'm just
my
saying,
thing
madder
is,
things has happened.
Moya,
on the
I don't
other
like
sides of the
this.
draws have favoured the teams that shouldn't have been there anyway, right?
But that's what I'm saying. The
But if
the
it-
draw could
But then
end up.
Arsenal in that final will probably have to face one of the big dogs. Like, probably the way things are looking with Barcelona, who knows? You know?
Yeah. Or Real Madrid,
Or
man.
Real
You
Madrid.
know how they just
You never
drag
ever
themselves
knock
through
Real
that.
Madrid
Yeah.
out of the competition. So it's like, no.
I just don't want to
No.
put that energy out there, man.
I'm sorry, Massa. Okay,
Mess up.
I'm actually
No,
sorry.
but seriously though, where does Arsenal go if Arteta doesn't win something this season? Because
He
that
should be
would
sacked.
be how many seasons? without
What is it?
Arteta now?
6 years? Six
He
years.
would've-
Was it,
we're
when
in
was
his
it?
sixth
2020,
season.
2021.
He started in 2019, didn't he?
Yeah, and he's won the FA Cup against us, against Chelsea.
in the
He
first
shouldn't have.
season.
In his
season.
first
shouldn't
5
have.
months, bro.
Yeah, and the squad that he has now don't remember.
Oh,
that.
no, wait. And the charity shield, community shield.
He's won 2
Sorry,
of those.
those are pre-season friendlies.
Yeah, but he includes them. And
Yeah, and he shouldn't. He should find
I'm
shame.
not completely mad at him including them in text, but I don't think he should include them verbally. Do you get what I mean? No, because obviously when you put the amount of trophies you won as a club, yeah, you do include them, but you just don't include them out loud.
Yeah, and that's fine. So
That's
you don't
desperation,
include
isn't
the carrot, not the carrot bobbins.
No, you do.
Community Shield in that conversation. Fine.
Yeah.
He's won an FA Cup
Yeah, FA Cup in his first
in
season.
the last 5 years.
Yeah,
all.
that's it. In his
Soon
first
to be
year.
6.
Yeah, seems to be 6.
That's crazy. It's like
No other manager would get away with that.
Yeah,
I-
no other top 6.
I've
I've made
manager.
them competitive though. Very competitive.
Okay, so they're the new
It's
Tottenham.
again.
Yeah, but that's the same shit that people gave Poch for. The same
They put the
shit.
pressure on. When's the DVD coming out?
My mistake. Sorry. Girl.
it's true. It's the same.
And they don't even play as good football
analogy.
as Poch's Spurs did.
I'm
Not
sorry.
anymore. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the football's dead.
They stopped playing good football
You-
2 seasons.
You're
ago.
sat there, and the Arsenal game is on, and you're there on your phone, and then they cheer for the corner, and then you pay attention to watch them take the set piece because that's the goal threat.
And
Like the football that they're playing at the moment
Trash.
is not good.
And you know what? Kudos to Arsenal for making everybody scared of them on set pieces.
No.
Like, no, but that's a big thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, Stoke City.
It's true.
Come on,
Though.
Stoke City didn't do it nearly as effectively if Arsenal's done it.
Yeah, so give the set piece coach a pay rise.
100%.
No.
100%.
Nah, they're already even doing too
100%.
much with him.
They're doing. They not give him a painting memorial.
Yeah.
Memorial.
But have you not seen when you're watching the game, Sky
They
will
pan
pan
to him,
They
yeah.
will pan to him more than they pan to Arteta.
Yeah, like he is. top
Which
dog.
one of those players are taking responsibility?
On the pitch.
Saka is not here. Who is stepping up? Because I'm looking, and this is supposed to be the best team in 2024, as Arsenal fans like to.
They
remind
realised
us.
they lied though. The ones that said that they were the best, they realised they lied.
I never knew that the seasons were calendar years, but for the best team in 2024, who's taking responsibility? I'm looking at Odegaard, shadow. Apparently, this guy was supposed to be the best midfielder in the world. I have not seen any evidence of that
But
this
you know,
season.
when he came back from his injury, he just looked a shadow. I still think they rushed him back.
No, I think maybe he just had a U as well. He might not be sleeping well, and
who hasn't had just
Sorry,
had a
you
use?
probably
Is he
live
the
in a
first one to have a
7-bedroom house,
baby?
sleep in a different bedroom.
And you can get
He's
a
definitely
nanny.
got a night nanny.
Yeah,
Like
sleep in a different room the night
my
before a game.
mistake.
I'm sorry, it's not an excuse.
you're
You're acting as if
excuses for
you're
these
you're
people.
acting like he's sat there with living in a studio flat and the cot is next to the bed.
Like he's in a
sorry,
big
Odegaard,
house.
I tried for you. I'm not trying to hear it.
Nah, man, it's just a little bit of a question to ask Arteta, and
Just a bit of a question.
okay, it's a massive question.
I think he's got a style of football that is dependent on one or two players, and let's not get it twisted. Saka, phenomenal player. Odegaard at his best, phenomenal player. So it's not as no manager would think, do you know what? I'm not going to try and build my team around my best players. So let's not get it twisted. But the problem that he's got is his style of football has become so dependent on them, and now they're not there. Now they're suffering injuries that all other teams also suffer with, and it's kind of like the other players can no longer think for themselves. Like as in the tactical instructions, there's no, where's the flair in terms of within those players, and I think that's the biggest problem now that Arteta has, is that there were so many patterns of play that were going through Saka, going through Odegaard, that now you need to go and build your team around a Martinelli or whoever it is, but you don't have time to adapt.
I said a Martinelli. Martinelli's. Do you know what? Martinelli has some bright sparks. That's what I can say about him.
He's
nothing negative
frustrating
to
as
say.
hell to watch though.
He is, but I think the Martinelli one is just a strange one because when he first broke into the team and he was playing centrally, I think he looked really good. I think obviously Arteta's idea has like evolved over time, in which he now wants the wingers to almost be touchdown wingers.
Yeah.
And that is the part that now doesn't suit him, because I don't think he's a great dribbler.
As a Brazilian, chai. Sorry,
Boy,
Yeah, it's true though.
that was actually
Like, I
an
don't think-
intrusive thought.
fam, I don't think he's a great dribbler, and I don't think that role in what he now wants it to be suits him.
Boy, Arsenal just haven't spent well in the last couple of seasons, and it's so strange because I would sit here and say, like, every single season they brought a piece to their puzzle that
same.
could have completed it. It's always they could have.
But
I
for
think
so
it's
many,
I think it's the players. Sorry to cut across. I think it's some of the players that they sold. I think this is I think because he didn't rotate his team over the last 2 or 3 seasons, your high end products said, I'm not going to get time here, so I'm going to leave. And I think somebody like a Smith Rowe or a Reece Nelson or these type of players in this period where Arsenal have got injuries, they could really use them this season. Like you people that actually understand the fabric and the identity of your club, because they got rid of them. You look and think, I don't know. I feel like those players left, but they were they replaced? Who were they replaced with in terms of actual squad players?
Sterling, isn't it? Marino. I don't know if you're laughing at Marino or Sterling.
I just think to myself that for the last, I would say 4 seasons, Arsenal have needed a striker. So you've gone and spent almost $1 billion. How have you not?
60 million down the drain.
Boy.
Yeah.
How have you not?
I thought that was your guy, fam.
I ain't got no guys that aren't in my club.
Fair.
How have you not gone and got a striker?
The thing is,
don't get it.
Havertz is a decent 9 if he plays in that position,
And when his confidence is high.
But in terms of like how because if you look at the people that you're competing against with, so the last few seasons it's been Manchester City, and Haaland can put up 50 goals in one season. You know that Mo Salah can put up 35 goals in one season. You know that somebody like a Liverpool, Jota's going to chip in with goals. All of these people, the amount of goals that you actually need your forward line to produce. And then you look and think Saka will put up the numbers. Martinelli, depends what season it is. And you look and think, how, from a squad planning perspective, would they ever think that Kai Havertz was enough?
It's because I think he had a very good season last season. And the thing is, Arsenal fans...
They're going to come for us, man. I won't be reading the comments. So
Do you know like that?
send them to someone else.
Who?
The Arsenal fans.
Why?
Because we're cooking them.
Oh, they always cry. I don't really care. Like, when you guys said you were going to win the league, how many times in a row? Like, you're crying at the wrong people.
They were close, though. Like, I get why they thought they were going to win the league.
I don't.
Yeah, I get it as well, but they didn't. So carry on.
They need to go to wherever Arteta's house is, go stand at his front door and cry on his front door.
Don't do that.
Why are you crying at us?
Very invasive.
Yeah, that's too invasive.
Why are you crying at us? Like, it's not our fault that they've got a dog called Win and North London Forever is sang before their songs, and Saliba is the best centre back in the world and they were the best team in 2024.
Exactly.
Yet
Turn Saliba to J-Boy.
Yet there is no trophies to. There is no trophies to evidence any of this stuff. Like the stuff I was hearing about Arsenal at the beginning of the season, was it Jamie Carragher was like, Saliba and Gabriel are on their way to be a legendary
Premier League centre back.
Can you imagine? Like, and I think like
Without winning it.
Sometimes context is a very important thing, and the reality is this Arsenal team will go down not as nothing but putting the pressure on for a couple of seasons and then getting packed in left, right and centre.
What if they win the league this season? Genuine question.
They're not going to win the league this season. That's a 4-game turnaround.
You don't think they can turn around 4 games?
Look at their injury list.
A and B,
Saka.
I do not believe Liverpool... I don't believe that Liverpool will go down that bad in order for them to do that.
That's valid.
And the thing, what will happen to these Arsenal players now? The longer you go on not winning a major trophy, the bigger clubs come circling for your star players, and then people think, "Oh, should I stay here and try again, or should I move on?"
Odegaard, Saka, Saliba, Gabriel. Their contracts are up soon. Not next year.
Saka
I think the year after.
Saka will resign though, and Odegaard will resign. I think.
Do you think Odegaard will resign?
I think Saliba as well.
I think Saliba will resign.
I don't think Saliba will resign.
The clubs will come circling.
I think Real Madrid are
I don't think there's that many clubs other than Real Madrid that could get him.
I think Real Madrid could get him.
You just told me about cooking the books from another club that's in Spain.
Yeah, obviously. But my thing is, you see, for someone like Saliba, for him to leave to a club that's not Real Madrid, why though?
To win trophies.
Which ones?
Barcelona can win a trophy this season.
He won't leave Arsenal for Barcelona, I don't think.
You never know.
But I could see him leaving Arsenal for Real Madrid, but not now.
Do you think Saka goes?
No.
No,
I think
he
Saka's
don't.
loyal to the soil.
Yeah.
I think Saka wants to win all those trophies for Arsenal.
Yeah.
He just loves living in Barnet or wherever he
Mm.
lives.
Let's see how long Saka stays there and see if they give him the same treatment that they gave Harry Kane. We'll
Let's
see.
see if they'll give him the same
Let's
treatment
see.
Or Gerrard.
that Trent.
Let's see.
The treatment that Trent's getting right now is.
Let's see. Let's see.
Well, boy.
No, because
If the shoe fits.
Are we speaking about Trent and stuff?
We haven't spoken about
Liverpool.
Trent yet. Do you know what? Let's actually move this on because there isn't an Arsenal fan here to talk about it, and I'm sure if Shai was here, she will go on and on about Arteta and how he needs
Mickey
to get
Mouse
out of the club.
Arteta.
Get out! Like she will go on and on.
Fine.
But okay, let's move it on, and let's talk a little bit about Chelsea
Okay.
Okay.
before we go to Tottenham, and then Liverpool, and then everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Team has been louding it up about Enzo Maresca and his decision making. Because do you know what, Timo? You've become one of those people on Twitter that are just so loud you can't ignore them anymore.
I've always been that
low-key.
person.
No, but I'm seeing you more. I'm seeing you
man.
more right now.
Because your
more.
tweets have engagement now, so they're always there tracking top of my For You page.
I'm just like every day there's a new reason for you to be angry at this team. Every day.
Football club.
And but do you know my favourite ones are when you drag up your receipts will be like, I said this in
She'll now quote to herself. Like, Jesus.
The thing is, because the amount of abuse I get, like, I just need to have that own satisfaction that no, I'm not being gaslit here.
Justice.
Justice, yeah.
Justice.
Yeah. I think obviously the performance yesterday was fine.
Against Morecambe.
The first half was
you'd hope it was fine.
shocking. The second half they pulled it together. But what's quite scary about Maresca is he seems heavily, like a bit like Arteta, he's very heavily reliant on Cucurella. Cucurella is that system.
I'm sorry. Cucurella?
Cucurella. Eating paella.
I'm not disagreeing.
I like the song
Houseway.
Drinking Estrella.
Okay, can you answer a question?
But because you just noticed, like, I can't remember what game he missed during that festive run. Was it Everton? I think it was Everton. Yeah, just before Christmas. And Chelsea weren't great. He comes back in the team. Chelsea is slightly better. Even yesterday, he was on the bench. This guy can't rest. The team were doing nothing. He comes on and they score 4 more goals after half time. So I think the way that he's locked down that left side of the pitch is really, really impressive. Unfortunately, we don't have the same on the right hand side. I think that some of the decisions Maresca has made, particularly in the league, have been questionable in terms of late substitutions, no substitutions. Where he's playing certain players, such as Dissect. I don't know why Dissect's still at my club. He should be at Juventus on loan with an obligation to buy.
She gave the specifics of the deal. My girl said football manager.
I just like to bring him in at right back when you've got literally two right backs on the bench. It was a very, very silly decision against Ipswich. Very, very silly. Very, very silly. And I just think we have no midfielders as well. Like, you have Caicedo, who's literally running on fumes.
Yeah.
You are basically selling all of our backup midfielders. Vega apparently is also leaving, so we don't have. He wants to leave.
He's linked
Dortmund.
with a loan room to Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund. So now you don't have. Now you don't have a back. I don't think he's good anyway, but you don't have a backup
I was about
left.
to say that you've cussed him a couple of times.
And I probably will again. As long as we get some profit, I don't give a heck. He can
It's
go.
a loan.
Wedding venue can go as well.
Yeah,
Waste
I
of
think wedding
35
venue is
million.
definitely wasted here.
That
I
was a
just-
waste
Wedding
of
venue.
Dewsbury
Hall.
There's too many people. There's too many slander names. I actually think at this point.
Yeah, but that's a good one though.
It's a good
That's
one.
A good one
I
though.
was
That's
dying.
a good one.
I do feel bad for Dewsbury Hall though. Like,
He came here with a dream.
you know, when a manager brings you in
And
that
says,
was
"You're my guy
that
because I
was
understand your
your
system."
manager.
Yeah.
It's like when, you know, like Van der Beek fans were saying, now that Ten Hag's here, boy, his life's about to change.
It did
If
change.
anything,
It did change.
yeah, I think they like to use you as an example. That, like, even if you're my family, you can get
you
it.
can
Like,
get
do you know what I
it.
mean? They don't
Yeah.
care.
His life did change. Just
But
not in
he
the way
was he was
thought.
signed really early, wasn't he? Like the start of the
He was the
revolution in the
first
sun.
signing.
And then the quality just surpassed him.
The thing
But
is,
I think the quality had surpassed him even before he got there.
Maresca didn't even. Maresca didn't give him a chance.
He didn't. He actually didn't.
No, I remember seeing him
Yeah,
against.
because he's not good.
He was
Like,
giving him Conference League and that's it.
No, I remember
and
seeing him
I've
against.
seen those Europa Conference games when he plays, and I'm like,
When we played against Noah's Ark, I was like, wow, you could literally play
Noah's
for.
Ark. Don't tell me that's a slander name as well.
yeah,
No, they're called
no,
Noah.
no, they're not. There's no Ark,
Oh,
but we
Noah.
called them Ark. There's
I've
no
actually
Ark in
become
the
But
a
their
dead,
stadium is
bro.
called the Ark Stadium.
Oh, fair. My mistake.
So we played at Noah's Ark.
Okay.
So he actually
with
looked,
it.
he actually looked like he could play for them. He was that bad.
You thought he could play for Noah's Ark?
He was that bad. He was the worst midfielder on the pitch.
Okay. The thing is this though, your confidence will go when you're not playing,
That's the thing.
To League 2 standards.
bro. You naturally, it's like, yeah. Are you telling me? Look at Calvin Phillips and how he looks a shell of himself right now. Yeah, he looks even lower than he. They'll take you to beyond your even base level. They'll take you beyond your base level.
Anyway. And then there's Nicholas Jackson. Oh, my favourite subject.
Hey,
I actually really like him. I know you
Okay,
don't.
take him then.
I would. In
Take
a
him.
heartbeat, bro. He'd
Take
be our
him.
best.
He'll be your best striker.
He'd be our best striker by a mile.
That
Take
says everything
May-
about the
mainly
standards
plus
at United
20.
or so
Nah,
anything.
you can take Hoyland. That's what you can take.
I think
No, we
Nicholas
good, we
Jackson
good.
needs help, and I've always maintained this.
What
Like
kind of help?
we need another striker. Like he cannot do this alone. And right now Nkunku is not a striker.
Okay, sorry.
That's one of the many tweets that I've seen.
a
nice tweet.
Multiple times.
Oh, that's
I've
what I
already
whispered.
told you guys. I said
Nkunku's not a striker.
I mean, Maresca said it himself. Maresca also said it.
My
Maresca also
God,
said it.
I feel like the day Maresca said it, you were like, I told Maresca that he's not a striker. Like, jeez.
He's not a striker though.
Okay, sorry.
So I think Nicholas Jackson needs help.
What's the Spanish kid from
Oh,
Barcelona?
the Calvin Klein model.
Gooey.
Gui, yeah.
Guru. I mean, he's raw though. Like, I think he needs a loan. I think Chelsea definitely need to buy another attacker. Like, because
Why must we always buy?
Okay, so
when is
okay,
it gonna be-
Nicholas
when is it going to be enough?
okay, Nicholas Jackson. Okay, so who is Nicholas Jackson's understudy?
Gooey.
Who?
The Calvin Klein
Gui.
model.
Oh,
the one
right.
they got from Barcelona.
Yeah.
How many times has he come on the pitch in the league?
Well, he's starting to.
What
In
do you
the
see
league.
Nkunku as? Sorry,
He's a 10.
That's what Timo sees.
you see him as a 10
No, he is a 10.
in this system, though.
Yeah. But unfortunately, we've got Cole Palmer.
What are your face?
I need a sugar rush because, sorry.
So you see him as a 10 in this system. We've got Cole Palmer, but
what?
sometimes Palmer plays on the wing, no?
No, not under
anymore.
Maresca. No.
Okay. Oh, that was last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you usually got what, Noni and Sancho.
But
or
do you think he
whichever
could do
combination
that?
of who.
Me, I think he could, but obviously, I think he's very unlucky. No, because I don't like the way that Chelsea fans treat him. I think he's
treat who?
Nkunku.
Oh.
I think he's very
Sorry, I
unlucky.
thought we were talking about Cole Palmer. I was like, he gets
No.
bad treatment.
Yeah.
I think Nkunku's unlucky because obviously last season wasn't great in terms of his injuries. We bought Cole Palmer in the interim, and now he can't really get into the team unless he's understudying for Nicholas Jackson in a position that's not really playing to his strengths. Now, Chelsea fans will say that he doesn't put in effort or he lacks the pressing, he doesn't press, he doesn't look like he's bothered. But I actually think he's probably suffering from a lack of confidence. If you know that no matter what, no matter how good you're going to play, you're definitely not going to start, like, it's going to get to you at some point.
I don't think he's definitely not going to start.
He's
He's just not going to start in the position that we believe he could start.
I don't even think up front he would start. He could bag a hat-trick.
He
He wouldn't
started
start.
up front.
When Nicholas Jackson was on 4 yellow cards, we didn't want him to get a fifth.
Yeah.
That's when he started up front.
Because you wanted Nicholas Jackson for the running.
No.
Also, question, yeah. João Felix in this system, yeah, is he a 10 or winger, a 9? What?
He's one of these. Let me not say too much work.
No, please say
Yeah,
a lot.
You know what? Like, he's someone who I don't. How can I say this in a very? He's someone that I. It's not that I don't care for him.
Oh,
He's just
Or like,
not.
it doesn't do anything to you when he does play and when he doesn't play.
Yeah,
I hear
like
that.
I think some Chelsea
Yes.
fans are really passionate about whether he's good
Yeah,
or
I
not.
feel like
it's very.
it's split right now.
Yeah.
Some people were like, Maresca is an idiot. He doesn't know what he's
Yeah.
doing. For him to have Felix on the bench, he doesn't know what he's doing. And then some people were like, I'm not playing him over Neto or Sancho. So ...
Do you know what it is? I feel like what Maresca in my opinion, and I said this a few months ago, and someone on that couch berated me for saying it.
Don't know who you're talking about, Lauren.
You. Someone on that couch, Tima, berated me for saying this, but I feel like Maresca doesn't execute his ideas well, and in game, his management is not the best.
I actually think it started off well. He used to really impact games with his subs. Like the subs will come on and almost immediately do something. I was thinking, like he really knows the profiles
Because
in your
we
team.
were like, oh look, it's a Pep disciple.
Yeah, like he really knows the profiles in your team. But in the past month,
he's overthinking.
He's overthinking it.
It's been since October. I'm so surprised that nobody had seen this.
We got the elephants outside, man.
Bruh, everyone's stomping outside like a herd of elephants.
Yeah.
God, sorry. For me, it's been since October. There will be times where Cole Palmer would not be having a good game. He will never, ever, ever substitute that man.
Yeah, but when a manager sees a player as an embodiment of their ideas, that's the one they would never want to take off. It's like how Ten Hag used to never take off Bruno. Like no matter what the guy's doing.
For me, it was like when Poch would never take off Dele, because when you know you've got someone where they can do nothing but they can produce a moment of magic, you're always waiting for that moment.
By the way, it's always in that. Look at where it's in that 10. Dele Alli, Palmer, Bruno.
Where is Poch and where is Ten Hag now?
My mistake.
Do you get it? Like at some point, someone scratching her head.
I was like,
it's true. It's true. But it's like at some point, we know everyone in the fan base knows Cole Palmer is the best player on that pitch, right? On his day. If he's not having a good day, and then you've got options like a Felix on the bench who can come on and maybe change the game and turn it around. That's why Chelsea fans, in my opinion, just from what I see, that's why, in my opinion, they're saying that they want to see more of João Felix. They want to start him. They want him to play more because we don't see him come off the bench enough. If Cole Palmer's not having a good game, swap him out. Try something different, you know? If Pedro Neto's not having a good game, swap him out earlier. We saw the first 45 minutes. We saw that he wasn't having a good game. We've now got to 60 minutes. He's still on the pitch. We get to 80 minutes. That's when you're now trying to make changes. 80 minutes for substitutions. This is not 2009, 2010 where super subs can come on for 10 minutes and score. Get them on earlier. Let them get into the game a little bit better. And Maresca hasn't been doing that since October. And it's worrying to me.
I would also say that, like, because of the injuries, particularly at the back, the system now does not...
Sorry. I told myself I won't get emotional.
The system at the back now does not work with the players that we have. And I think that this is the reason why we're in a very sticky situation. And instead of adapting, he's just trying to go with the same system.
Oh, sorry, are you playing 3 at the back or 4 at the back?
Depending.
It's usually 4, no?
Well, it depends if we're attacking or not.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's probably my biggest gripe is he's tactically flexible, but not in terms of playing to the strengths of the players that he has. I also don't think he trusts every single player. He obviously doesn't like...
You won't, though.
Huh?
You won't really trust every player, though.
No, because a lot of them were there before he came.
Yeah, naturally.
I don't trust... To be fair, I don't trust half these people.
So can you blame him? Can you blame the guy?
I don't get paid to.
Boy.
And it's about, if you don't trust your players, then what are you doing to ensure that you can trust them? Because we haven't got
If not, you
players.
just flip them.
You flip them, bring new players
I'm a
in.
bit
How
worried
much
about-
money should we spend?
But I'm a bit worried about I know this is crazy, our depth. I know, wild, right? I'm a bit, especially in that particularly midfield.
I just don't understand how you can spend that much money and still have worried about depth.
Because we in midfield have 3 midfielders. One of them is injury prone.
Yep.
So what are we doing there?
So what have you been? What are all these other people that you've been buying? What are they doing?
I didn't ask for a wedding venue, but he's still here. But he's gonna go. We're gonna get rid of
They're saying
Cassidy.
he's linked with
West Ham.
Yeah,
He would be such a West Ham player.
He's linked with Ipswich as well. And I was thinking,
Yeah,
He could
That
do,
makes
yeah,
sense.
but
the reason why the Ipswich one is kind of like is because like he was playing really well at Leicester beforehand, and he would have gotten let's say he didn't go Chelsea, he would have gotten a move that was better than both of those two clubs.
No, I think he would have stayed.
He would have stayed.
He would have stayed at Leicester.
No, a couple other teams.
No, he would have.
wanted him.
He would have got a
Would've
Prem. He
move
would have.
for
He would have
sure.
gone back to the Prem.
Yeah.
Leicester in the Prem.
No, but I think
No,
he
no,
would
no, at
have
the
got.
time.
He would have got
Yeah.
a good. He would have got a good
No,
Premier League move.
I strongly believe that he only left because of Maresca.
No,
That's
because
what
he
I
was
believe.
linked with United as well.
But he went.
Huh?
Before you lot bought him, he was linked with United.
Well, he
See,
dodged the
for
bullet,
like
didn't he?
3-4 months. He dodged a bullet. How? He would have played more at United than he is there.
Yeah, that's
By
true.
far.
That's
He lost
true.
more
We're
games.
bleeding. You don't know. We're bleeding. The streets are bleeding at United. Fam. Trust me, he would have played.
But either way,
Yeah.
he came to Chelsea, and I think it was the wrong move for him. But
Yeah.
okay.
I see him as a Spurs. I see him as like a Spurs ceiling. Like, respectfully.
What?
Like,
Not my team.
I'm not
Respectfully.
obviously you guys are like above us. I'm not saying it like you're above us this year, probably the year before, maybe even the year before that year. But like, there's certain players that the next move, if you're trying to do a big move, a big jump, there's certain players that Spurs is the cap.
You trying to say he's the next Oliver Skip? Fairs.
No, not
Oliver
at all,
Skip's not even
bro.
at Spurs anymore.
No,
Piss
yeah, 'cause
off, man.
It's like,
he replaced him at Leicester, innit?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, there's certain
that's
and-
Harry
and
Winks there too.
it's not even the like. I'm not even saying it to use it as. So some of them, I'm not even saying to use it as like a stepping stone. Spurs is a team, yeah, that you're going to be competitive. You're going to play big games in an attacking way, but then also there's not major pressure on you to like win, like the league. There isn't though.
Someone said
How are
it.
they going to put pressure on Spurs to win the league?
Someone
Please
said
be
it.
serious.
It wasn't me. It's like I don't disagree, but I didn't say it. Moya said it.
Boy.
Anyway.
we're
Speaking
starting
of
off 2025. There we go.
Speaking of Spurs, it's only right to segue this and go on to the one team that should have won their game the most comfortably, but absolutely struggles to get their first goal against what's the team? Tamworth. Tamworth defended really well for the full 90 minutes. So I'll give you that. But Lauren, what the hell happened, bro?
No, it's the first time in my life that my team won 3-0 and I didn't celebrate any of the goals.
Oh, was it 3 in the end?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was so embarrassed. That was one of the worst performances I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, and we've had some bad ones, because remember when we got Marine, man, and that was a bad performance.
Oh my God, Marine. Is that the
Yeah.
one that
When we bought,
Vinicius
yeah,
did the-
Vinicius, yeah, and I bought the ticket. My name's on the board there, you know. I bought a ticket because they were having financial troubles. It was during COVID. Yeah.
No.
Anyways, moving on. We've gone out of the Carabao, I think, before to Colchester under Poch. Like, this was horrendous, and we actually could have lost the game at the end of the 90 minutes. Like, it was that bad.
Yeah.
There's certain players who I never ever want to see in a Tottenham shirt ever again.
No names.
Yeah, name names.
Timo Werner
Yeah,
is
he's
where I
right.
would start.
Anyone else?
I thought Brennan Johnson was absolutely shambolic, but we spent 50 million, so I will know I'm going to see him again
Do you know
soon.
what? Do you know Toby, Tapping Tobes?
Yeah.
He's in our group chat. He's always saying this Brennan Johnson you is shit. He's always saying it, and he's been saying it for the last year. And the rest of us are like, nah, give him some time.
He's a back post merchant. How can you be? How can you be a winger and you've only got 1 foot? You can't take on your man.
Trust me. I
And
know
you
a couple
can't
like
cross
that.
properly.
I know. I'm not in the position to be talking.
Hey,
How
sounds
can
like-
you? I have a couple candidates
Yeah,
that fulfill
but
that
so do we.
quota.
But this is the problem. Like, we're now living at football at a certain level, like, where that's acceptable for a winger and you can play for a top team. Like, how is that acceptable? The wingers that we grew up with, do you think they would be doing that kind of shambolicness?
Boy, I'm playing.
Yeah.
But he did go on that run of like.
Yeah,
he just kept scoring, fam.
He did.
Like
Those
I
sorts of
said,
players, confidence players, fam.
like I said, if you want to put him at the back post
Yeah, it's
to
true.
come do the tap in, like Raheem used to do when he first went to City, and that's what
true.
Pep coached into him.
It's true.
Phenomenal. But that cannot be your only output. It's not good enough. And like, just many players just
Can I
didn't
ask a question?
play well. Yeah.
What's happened to Son this year? This season?
This is a man who is
He's tired.
32, 33. He's tired. We've run him into the ground.
Yeah.
We've flogged him like a dead horse. He
Yeah.
should not be starting pretty much every single game. But we have had probably the worst injury crisis that from memory for me. So you know, we cannot really rotate our team because we don't have any players to rotate with. So he's had to play far too much. He got a hamstring injury from overplaying, came back, I think it was against West Ham, then got injured again. Like the vast majority of our players have got injured this season, then they've come back and they've got injured again. Like it's just hamstring after hamstring after hamstring injury. I'm gonna cuss out the medical department because I can't be bothered. I've done it too many times. We are having a shambolic season in the league. And the only reason why we're not in the relegation battle is because United and West Ham and these people keep losing as well. Otherwise, we would be.
Why you used us as the example?
Because you're the two teams that are below us.
Ain't in the so it's not us that's stopping you lot from being in
You
the
know it
relegation
is,
zone.
because you lot keep dropping points as
the
well.
three in the actual relegation zones are the ones stopping you.
But we keep
Tomato,
losing, but we're
tomato.
not falling down the table because you lot keep losing as well. That's the reality. Like we're doing
That one look like
mid-table
it hurt,
SC.
boyo. It
Yeah,
look like it
sorry,
hurt.
it's true. That, like,
Boy.
it's respectfully, as you would say.
True.
Yeah, I mean, we got through. Those players should be fined. They should not be paid
Respectfully.
their week's wages for today's performance. And unfortunately, we have Villa away now. So,
Is that in the league? Yeah.
no, that's the next round of the FA Cup.
I didn't even watch the draw, you know. I totally forgot.
Chelsea
about
got Brighton away.
Brighton away. Yeah.
Yeah. See, those are two
And-
horrible away matches.
And
for both
Liverpool
of us.
ended up getting Plymouth.
Plymouth.
Away.
that. Liverpool
That
are
make no
gonna-
difference.
Liverpool
Does
are
it make a
gonna win
difference?
this.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It
Don't make no
doesn't.
difference.
It
Please.
does
On
not.
this particular occasion, it doesn't.
Don't
fam.
make no difference.
And Man City ended up getting bloody Derby or
Or Orient, wasn't it? Yeah.
Leighton Orient. Is that fair?
If you got,
Like,
Who did Man
Leicester.
United get? Okay,
it'll be
Leicester.
fine.
You'll
But
be alright.
why do we always get Premier League clubs?
You'll be alright. You guys tough. So one thing I wanted to talk,
Relegation battle.
I'm not even responding to that. Bro.
one thing I wanted to talk about is your run since we have stopped recording, right? I think we stopped
thought we were
the
going to move on.
Oh,
Thought we were segueing away. I was like, oh, I'm going to get away with it.
No, girl.
Yeah.
No. When did we stop recording again? Was it not the
The 8th
first
of
week?
December.
Like mid-December. Yeah, like I know, like
You don't
how
want me
many
to read out
times?
the results.
How many times have I seen us win in that period?
I think
Maybe we beat Southampton.
the last time we recorded was when Tottenham played Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And Tima sat there and said, "How can we call Tottenham a top 6 club?"
Oh, I
Just an
don't know
FYI.
because I didn't listen to that episode and I never will.
I don't think
I
you should.
wouldn't. I
I
wouldn't.
just never will.
Don't-
So that's
don't
fine. I
ever.
protected my peace, so I don't know what was said.
Good
So
decision.
let's not
Good
revisit.
decision. But okay, so you've beaten Southampton 5-0, which was a very good game because I thought okay, resurgence, right? Then you beat Man United in the
Wait.
Carabao quarterfinal.
Mhm.
Who doesn't?
But that game was scary.
I'm not gonna lie,
because-
Bayinda gave them that game, by the way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But then
In
it's
the
like,
cups, it's all about how you get through.
Who
Man.
was your
No, I agree.
goalkeeper again? Fraser.
Yeah,
he was
He
trying to
gave
give.
it as
He was
well.
trying to
He
give the
gave
game
it
back.
as well.
that was
He was
the,
trying to
that
give
was
the game
both
back.
goalkeepers.
If you look back in the
were-
history books, that might have been for both goalkeepers some of the
Bozos.
worst
Goalkeeping
goalkeeping
I've ever
seen.
performance
Yeah.
you'll ever see.
Bozos. The
Yeah,
pair of
like
them.
they were. It was awful.
I could not believe my eyes in that
Yeah.
match. Jesus. Well, okay, you beat Man United.
Mm.
You played Liverpool. That
Yeah.
6-3 was crazy.
Mm.
But it was still a half decent performance. Yes, no?
I can't say conceding 6 goals is a half decent
Okay,
yeah,
performance.
respect.
Fairs.
Respectfully. You lost to Nottingham Forest.
Yep.
You drew with Wolves. Then you lost
Just
to
about.
Newcastle.
Yep.
But then you beat Liverpool in
Yeah.
the first round of the Carabao.
Mm.
And then you struggled against Tamworth, even though you beat them 3. Like,
Yeah.
the roller coaster.
I feel like if you want to use a roller coaster analogy, you know Stealth in Fort Park.
Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
it tipped you over the edge.
Yeah,
as well.
and I'm stuck there.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
stuck there. That's where I am. My head gets hot because I keep hearing the commentators be like, "Oh, we love Spurs being on TV. It's so entertaining." And all. I am not entertained.
Yeah.
I am not entertained. I want to win football matches. I don't want to be entertained. If I want to be entertained, I go to the fucking cinema
Oh.
and watch a film.
Yeah,
I don't want to be entertained. I don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy not knowing which team is going to turn up.
Yeah.
And like, cool, the highs are the highs. Like the limbs in the south stand, again, like the first one, obviously, like the Solanke goal.
Limbs today. I was about to say there were limbs.
So sorry.
No,
but like to go from that, like obviously like Solanke's disallowed goal, but then and then Bergval's actual goal, and to go from that high to then watching my team. Do you know how many times I told us about the Tamworth and what jobs they were doing? The Zara shop assistant,
Bro,
this one that hurt their toe because they stepped on a toenail.
Yeah.
Like all of these people, like they only train twice a week.
Yep. Yep.
They only train twice a week.
No. They were even saying it on the commentary.
Yeah.
They train twice a week.
Yeah, Tuesdays. It was Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And one of them is a Zara assistant.
Yeah, one of them. The description I was going to use, I'm not going to say it out loud. But
good decision. Good decision.
But
I like that.
So yeah, for the space of 4 days to go from beating the team who look favourite to win the league, who are top of the Champions League group phase, and then to go and look, and some of the players that are wearing a Spurs shirt today, if you had given them the Tamworth shirt, you wouldn't have noticed a difference. That's how bad some of them were, and for me, I'm just tired. It's really exhausting at the moment, supporting Spurs, because I'm just like, oh, we lost again.
And then it's, oh, we won again.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, the injury crisis that we have is horrific. But I was very much an Ange truther. I'm not Ange out. I'm no longer an Ange truther, as I was. But I'm also not Ange out, because I still see a team that's playing for him. So I think if we were to sack him now, it would get really bad.
So then, what do you want Ange to accomplish with this team then?
We're 90 minutes from Wembley. At the end of the day, like what's good? The league season is shambolic, but we're still in the Europa League.
Yeah.
Okay. We are 90 minutes from getting to the Carabao Cup final. We were shambolic against Tamworth, but we beat them. We're in the next round of the FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
If he wins a trophy this season, that's what we want.
If he wins a trophy this season, do you think he almost, like, is that worth a renewal? I'm being so serious, by the way.
What do you mean? What do you mean by a renewal?
A renewal, bro.
Of his contract?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Is it coming to an end?
No, I think he's still probably got another year.
Yeah, but it's like...
Yeah, but by the time he wins, they'll extend it, no?
Yeah. I think Tottenham should extend it, 100%.
Yeah, like, we haven't won... Like, guys, this is a big year in terms of my birthday. I'm not out at my age. One trophy in the entire time I've been alive.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
So if you're telling me this man is going to bring me a trophy, then fine, I'm here for it.
And if he doesn't?
Pardon?
And if he doesn't?
She said, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I think if he doesn't win a trophy this season and we don't get Europe, then I think his position has to be assessed.
Okay,
yeah.
That's valid.
That is valid. All right. Well, we're coming to that stage of the podcast where it comes to a close.
Oh.
I know, right?
Jeez.
There's a couple of things we didn't get round to, but we're quickly going to discuss where we think our teams will end up, seeing as we're now in the second half of the season. We're now, I think, game week 20 in the Premier League? Game week 20, 21, I don't know. What are our predictions for the rest of the season? What are we looking at top 4? What are we looking at trophy-wise? What are we saying? Should I start?
Yeah.
I still stick with Liverpool winning the Premier League.
Yeah.
My top 4 has slightly changed. I'm adding Chelsea into it because I didn't add them at the start of the season.
Well, you did. I think you did.
I added them, but I wasn't like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Solidified.
I think I was going to put Man United in there.
Sorry.
Thank God I didn't.
Sorry, Mariam. That was a reflex.
Sorry.
So
I'm doing Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal as my top 4.
No Forest.
I don't think
I
Forest.
really am. I'm so happy.
I think they'll get 5th. I think they'll get 5th.
I think what Nottingham Forest is doing right now is for the man them, and I love it. I absolutely love it. but they ain't getting top 4, man. They ain't got the sustainability to get top 4. Top 6 though is definitely a shout for them.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they're beating enough of the 4 you just I don't think they beat any of the 4 you just mentioned, basically.
In this second half.
And I think because that's where they're dropping points. They're dropping points against the Arsenals, Chelsea's, like Cities, Liverpool's. Well, they didn't drop points against Liverpool, but like, do you know what I mean? Those are the teams I expect them to drop points against. Whereas the other ones might end up taking like a 1 point here, a 3 point here, and vice versa. I think the same. I think Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, City. Not in that order.
Second. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. I think it's going to be... In fact, I probably do think it's going to be in that order. Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, City. I think Liverpool win the league.
I think they win it early, by the way. I think they win it early doors. Everybody else below them. Scary.
I don't think they win it as early as what we think.
No, I think they do.
How early do you think I think?
Like, I don't think they win it before game week 35.
I think they win it around game week 32, 33.
What?
Yeah.
I think they win it by like 35, 36.
35 ain't even that bad, to be fair. I can agree with that.
Yeah, 35-ish.
What about you
35,
teams?
36.
Top 4?
I think it will be Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal and Newcastle. I think Chelsea finished 5th.
You think Newcastle?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
You think Chelsea finished 5th?
Yeah. I do.
I think it's a stretch, but
no, I don't. I think. Well, it depends who we sign.
Behind Newcastle.
It depends who we sign in January. If we don't sign anyone, then yeah.
Do you know? Sorry, this
Newcastle
is your
3 points
opinion,
behind us,
and it's absolutely fine. But do you know? Chelsea have spent how many billions?
I know.
Okay. Lauren, top 4.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Newcastle.
No City.
No.
Oh.
I know.
Arsenal,
I've
Chelsea,
swung the other way.
Fair
But
enough.
City are coming back.
I think City will not come back as in come to win the league, but they'll grab some results when crunch time happens because they're going to look at themselves and say, City not in the Champions League. And De Bruyne is going to come alive. Haaland will turn back into the robot. They'll all wake up. Hopefully not anytime soon because we played them at the end of the month. But they'll all wake up. I think by like...
I don't know. For me, I've seen so much scary stuff defensively.
They're spooky.
They're about to buy a defender, aren't they?
Who's that though that they're buying?
So it's apparently supposed to be a really good youngster.
And the thing is,
Really good youngster. They need experience. They need a lead at the back.
Yeah, they do. But every time City buy someone new and we don't know who they are, more time, 9 times out of 10, they're banging.
We find out who they are.
We find out exactly who they are.
I just like, for me, I'm just like, I don't know. I just look and think they've got issues in their dressing room. You're telling me the club captain is asked to leave in January?
But it was all coming for Kyle Walker anyway, to be honest.
No, I'm just looking at that. I'm thinking,
Kyle Walker's probably been brutally honest with himself and seeing that he can't keep up with this league.
And
he's
but he's not.
honest.
He's not the only one that needs to be brutally honest.
But he's leaving the game before the game leaves him. Do you get what I mean?
The game has already left him.
Yeah, but he doesn't want the leaving of the game to be seen dead. Like, do you know what I mean?
Was it,
we shouldn't be seeing
Roy
it.
Keane? Was it Roy Keane? Carragher.
Yeah, we shouldn't be seeing it.
Don't let the game leave you before you leave the game. Sorry.
That was a such a...
Wait, was that supposed to be Carragher's?
Yeah, is it not?
Need to start fighting. They need to fight.
Don't let the game leave you.
No, never. What did you?
Why
I
are you
never
half
do that
American,
again.
half Irish, half Scottish, half Scouse? Why?
Yeah, you don't. There's no Scouse.
There's no Scouse.
There's a Scouse accent.
No,
bro.
please.
Okay, so trophies. Let's quickly go on to the trophies.
Goodness gracious
I will not
me.
be bullied about my accents. Let's go on to the trophies. All right. So FA Cup winners. Who are we going for? You going for yourself? Man United, yeah.
City.
Okay. Teams?
Fuck it, I'm saying Chelsea.
Okay. But we're not top 5. I mean, not top 4.
Yeah, Cup's different, isn't it?
I
It's
said
like
top
United
5.
last season.
Liverpool for me. All right.
Okay.
Carabao.
Newcastle.
Liverpool.
Spurs.
Fair.
Newcastle.
Listen, yeah. If we manage to get through this Anfield test and we win that cup,
Hey,
goodness.
Salah's licking his lips for Anfield, bro. He's not gonna let it happen.
What was he doing against Jed Spence on Wednesday?
Don't worry.
We'll ask him
We'll
again.
see it at the end of this month. We will see it at the end of this month. All right, I guess last bit of breaking news before we leave. Graham Potter's back in the Premier League.
Graham Stephen Potter.
Hey.
Did you do the pose? Because he's back.
No, his hands were like this.
Is that with the shoulders?
The way that man posed, yeah. Moya sent me a message saying time. The way that man poses is ridiculous. He's just happy to be here.
Yeah, he is.
And I'm happy for him to be back in the Premier League. Pip.
At least the bags under his eyes have gone now.
For now.
He slept. He's sleeping.
Yeah.
For now.
Well, he slept
He's
for like a year,
sleeping.
bro. Respectfully.
He looks healthy. He doesn't look stressed anymore.
Yeah.
Big up to Graham Potter.
The boys gave everything again.
Huh?
The boys gave everything. That's what he
Yeah.
said.
They got knocked out though, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll wait for Pip to come to dissect in greater detail.
I did tell her that he's going to go there. Anyway.
All right. And it's also full-time. Barcelona, Real Madrid.
What did it finish?
Barcelona 5. Real
They
Madrid.
didn't even get any with
2.
against 10.
They got
2.
2. I mean, well, they got
No,
one
they
goal.
got one goal in that
Who
time.
scored- who scored
10
that
men.
one?
I think it was
Rodrigo.
It was Rodrigo, innit? It was Rodrigo. Rodrigo scored Real Madrid's second and only goal in the second half.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scary times. Barcelona has
Wow.
Real Madrid's number on lock. It's actually so frightening. Yeah. But anyways, guys, this has been another episode of the Gold Diggers podcast. Make sure you're following us on Twitter at Gold Diggers UK. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at Gold Diggers UK_. It's been a while. At Gold Diggers UK _. TikTok at Gold Diggers UK. LinkedIn, Gold Diggers UK. Make sure you're following us all individually as well. And we will see you next week.
Bye.